When life feels so heavy that you can barely breathe, here is how to shift your energy. And I can definitely relate to how this feels coming from someone who used to be on depression medication often. Because it's not your circumstances that are weighing you down, it is your thoughts about the circumstances. So let's teach you how to shift this. Hey, I'm Lindsay, and I help you learn how to align your energy and find peace even when life feels out of control. Because what's true is you get to have life feel easy and fun and full of joy, and have everything that you want while you're at it. If you're into that, you can click right there and follow for more. So here's what nobody really teaches you. The heaviness that you feel isn't coming from the circumstance itself. It's coming from the story that you're telling about the circumstance. Just so that you can remember this, you guys, I want you to go put the story in the comments to remember that, okay, it's not the circumstance, it's actually the story that I'm telling about the circumstance. Go type it. You are likely replaying worst case scenarios in your mind. I have done this, and this is what kept me in depression for so long. You're believing thoughts. You're believing the thoughts like, this is too much, I can't handle this, I don't know what to do here. You are making it mean something about your worth or about your future. Those thoughts are what make your chest feel tight and makes it feel like you can't breathe. So how do we shift this? You are going to force yourself to do this. And I tell my clients, I don't want you to ever force yourself to do anything in your life except for this. And that is energy alignment work. That is in rewriting the story. Get it out on paper. How does it feel right now? What feels true for you right now? Right? If you were going to tell me the story of why you are in this circumstance, write it down on a piece of paper with your own hand and pen. And this version of the story is the one that feels heavy. But there is another version to this story. There is always two versions of the story, the one that feels heavy and the one that feels a little bit lighter and gives you a little tiny glimmer of hope to grasp onto. Look at this story and find one better feeling thought about this story. Also one that you can actually believe right now. It has to feel lighter and believable. I need you to go actually type that in the comments too so you remember this. Lighter and believable. To rewrite this story, it has to feel lighter and believable. Go do it. It can sound something as simple and general as, I don't have to figure all of this out today. Or reminding yourself that this is temporary, I am capable, and I know that I can't brainstorm in this low energy, so I am going to give myself some grace and space. Do you feel how those thoughts feel a little bit lighter? Feel like you can relax the nervous system just a tiny bit? And the hardest part comes next. But your job now is to, every single time you catch yourself going into the old story, having the old thoughts come back in, the tightness in your chest, you have to force yourself to realign that thought to the new, better feeling story that you rewrote. I mean, committing to setting a timer and getting out the piece of paper with the new story and looking at it and reminding yourself and feeling it and not just energetically shifting up one tiny notch. This is how you soften your body and raise your energy. And once you start to do this, just one moment of doing this creates the momentum for the next moment of shifting the energy and the next one and the next one. Just one moment. Because down here in this low frequency you're in, you only have access to ideas that match you at that low vibration. But if we can shift up just a tiny bit, we now have access to new ideas, and a tiny bit again, new ideas, tiny bit, and we let ourselves have the grace and space to do micro shifts over several days until we can finally see, okay, I've shifted, I'm up high enough, now I can start to see and brainstorm and look at all of my options. I hope this was helpful to any of you guys. I know how it feels to feel so stressed and worried that you cannot breathe. And this right here is something that has changed my life.